first strike at Boeing in 16 years is now underway. 33,000 union members have rejected a new contract and walked off the job at the plane maker. It's the latest in Boeing's no good, very bad year. It started in January when a door plug blew off a plane mid-flight. The company has since seen a new CEO, multiple investigations, and its Starliner spacecraft returned to Earth without its astronauts. Boeing stock reflects the misfortune, down nearly 40% from the start of the year. S&P says an extended strike could further hurt the stock's rating. Ben Tsocanos is the Aerospace Director at S&P Global Ratings, and he joins me now from New York. Good to have you on this story. And as we said, the trouble just keeps coming for Boeing. Right now, the CFO just hours ago acknowledging that, look, this strike will jeopardize its overall recovery. How did Boeing get here?
Well, I think you summed it up pretty well. I mean, certainly they had problems coming into the year with the 737. But that door plug was really what triggered the current situation.
When we talk about where this company was, where it's been in the last few years, and where it needs to be, how dire is their situation? As I said, the CFO, again, saying that, look, this strike really will hurt our finances.
Yeah, from a credit standpoint, from a rating standpoint, they are under some pretty significant pressure. Even before the strike, the company had guided to losing a pretty significant amount of money this year. I think it's fair to say that number will go up, and that's before we know how long the strike takes. So the longer the strike goes, the greater the pressure, the probably the more money that they will lose this year. So so I think we're very much focused on where the negotiations go from here and how quickly they can reach a resolution.
And I'm just wondering about the downdraft as well. Beyond the current financial situation, anyone in aviation, right? Indeed, anyone who flies will be impacted in a way. This is a linchpin of American aviation. We've already had the delays in the deliveries of jets, and as we were saying, a string of safety-related concerns.
Yeah, well, that really has been. There's no shortage of demand for new planes. Airlines are really eager to get Boeing's aircraft, and Boeing has been building them much more slowly than they would like. So it's a supply constrained situation. And Boeing has been, I think, working very hard this year to get their MAX production line straightened out, so they can increase production and deliveries to their customers.
When we talk about, though, as I said, the downdraft, Southwest, United waiting for about 800 Boeing MAX jets combined. If this strike is prolonged, how precarious do you believe the Boeing situation becomes, and to it also the situation for some of those airlines that really need those airplanes?
Yeah, well, certainly there are older aircraft flying longer, and they need more support to keep them operating. I would say that from Boeing's standpoint, the longer that they are unable to build planes and deliver them, the more likely that the more financial pressure they're under. And I think you heard the CFO's comments earlier today reflect that they are very focused on their financial situation.
He did also say that his new CEO was on the factory floor trying to get this settled. When you guys look at the risk, the negative financial risk, does that concern you, or do you think it's a good way to go? This is a CEO with a lot of problems on his hands at this hour.
Yeah, I was very much encouraged that the new CEO moved to Seattle. I think that the fact that the headquarters of the company had moved first to Chicago and then to the DC area, I think was generally not great for the focus. So I think this step, at least it's a good step, at least from the standpoint of renewed focus on where I think it needs to be.
And in terms of how far Boeing has fallen, we sometimes speak of banks in the context of too big to fail. That's not an exaggeration, is it, for Boeing, given its place in American aviation?
Yeah, well, certainly it is one of two major aircraft makers. It only has one competitor. The market is split, and customers, airlines really don't have a choice if they want a plane because the only competitor, Airbus, is also sold out and has their own much smaller delivery problems. Boeing is also crucial from a defense standpoint, so makes some very important aircraft for defense purposes. So yeah, but Boeing is an extremely important company to the U.S. economy.
Yeah, not to be forgotten, exactly, the defense contracts and also its activities in space, which we are going to get to now. But Ben Tsocanos, thanks so much. Appreciate it. Have a good weekend.